What I really love about coaching is helping people expand into themselves. I really enjoy them being aware of what they're capable of and feeling resourced and able to assume all of those things and more. My typical involvement in coaching comes about in one of a couple of ways. It's usually with an individual or a team or an organisation who's going through a transition. For an individual, that might be about assuming a new role, a new company, perhaps even a new function. With a team, it might be about them forming and being new or reforming. Or maybe their organisation agenda's changed, so they need to refocus and re-establish themselves to go forward. So my role as a coach is to come in and help support them in that transition. Helping people make meaning, and they make meaning for themselves in who they are and what they want to do and how they want to go about doing it, but also make meaning of their environment, so to understand their organisation, their team, their role, and be able to pull all of those threads in together and to clearly understand the landscape of what they're trying to do. Working with people in the business context. It's a complex, exciting environment, and what's really rewarding is helping people to navigate through that complex landscape and make significant differences for themselves, for their team, their business, and also society at large. Rising stars are individuals in the organisation who have been identified as having particular skills or capabilities that the organisation really values and want to nurture. Typically, these people are very clever and intellectually competent and very keen to achieve the goals, but sometimes they don't actually have the political savvy or understand the context well enough to be as effective as they need to be. My role as a coach is to help them understand the landscape that they're working in so that they can then navigate their way through and achieve the goals for themselves as well as the organisation. One of the value adds that I bring into coaching is to help the individual or the team or the organisation be aware of what's going on for them. Sometimes it's about holding up a mirror so that they can have a full appreciation of the actions, what they're doing, and what might happen as a result of that. Sometimes it's about asking the hard questions, disturbing the status quo, so that people can actually think about what might be possible rather than just what the first thing is that turns up for them or what they've always done. So it's really about creating an environment where they can be safe, they can play with ideas without being judged, but to get a really clear view for themselves about what they want to do and understand the impact of what that might be. I provoke people's thinking. I want to move them from the comfort zone of where they naturally sit and stimulate and disturb them a little in the right ways so that they actually think beyond what's obvious and look to see what is actually possible.